May I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Ooh la la, would you look at that spread? Oh, that is better than a Playboy. What are we talking about? The core draft calendar. That's right, guys. You don't have to hide this from mommy and daddy under your mattress. The spreads in this are gorgeous. Great art up top. Your calendar for 2026 below. 12-month calendar. Great art on the back. Go get your core draft calendar. You can easily, on your phone, scan that QR code that'll take you to the Loyal North campaign. These are shipping out, limited to 40. Go get your core draft calendar to ring in the new year properly. And it is the DNA show with Dennis and Andy on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. We already have a super chat. $5, JP Roca. Thanks for the shout about my sketch when Daryl was on. It looks great, by the way. You got it. No problem. It did look great. People have asked, why is Dennis lower than you, Andy? And I always tell them, there can only be one alpha, and it's this guy.
That or the fact he's like Tom Cruise. He needs to stand on a box, sit on a stack of phone books. For those of you really young, you might not understand that reference. So, so I went and got myself a really short chair so that we could both feet in the screen at the same time.
Yeah, okay. You stick with that, number 7.
I know. Boy, my fantasy football team has suddenly come alive. I've won 2 in a row, and I've moved up to 7th place. I'm back in playoff contention.
You are.
When I say back, I had, one good week.
That's right. And I moved up to number 3. I'm in the rare elite 5-2 bunch. There's 4 of us in that category. Then it just goes downhill from there. My daughter's not one of them. Oh, isn't that too bad? I just realized.
And she does. She spends the most time out of everybody on football, on fantasy, and has by far the most ad drops of anybody in the league. Actually, you could probably just about rack up all the rest of us put together.
Yeah, it's true. You could. I got to figure something out. I've got a tight end that doesn't have a game this week. So,
yeah, welcome to my world.
And he's not a bad tight end. So I'm kind of like, if I drop him, I might not be able to get him back.
That is correct. These are the problems us fantasy managers have. Now, guys, we did get something in the mail. It was about a week ago, but it took a little time for some work. But hey, I'm going to show you guys the sample that we got because we're using a different T-shirt company this time around. Ready? There we are.
Oh, look at that. Now, they do come with sleeves. His wife butchered this shirt.
No. Not butcher is not the correct word. She took away the arm prisons so that I could have it. But check out that printing. And, of course, I'm going to get it on black because it fits in with all the rest of it. The original core dress shirt like he's wearing and stuff. But, guys, that is the homage cover, what it looks like. It turned out really nice. Very happy with it. So there you go.
That's right. Go get yourself a shirt.
Came in with sleeves. My wife already removed and sewed it, so I no longer have sleeves and I could wear it.
That's true. So go get yourself a shirt. Do it now.
For those of you that need arm prisons, there you go. They come that way.
And guys, we will be launching a Kickstarter campaign of Lilith Infernal Conflict featuring Billy Tucci's Lilith cover exclusive to the Kickstarter. It will be included in the big box over on Kickstarter. So there's that. And yeah, so there you go.
But for those of you wondering, you know, if you did back, and a lot of you that are already watching probably backed on Indiegogo, there will be a secret link that will be emailed to you so that you'll be able to get this one like an add-on.
Yep, we are going to do a secret email, like Dennis said, for people that have already backed on Indiegogo. So if you really want this cover, we'll hit the shipping price lower, like an add-on. So yeah, there you go. So the link is being popped for that as well. Thank you very much, Randy. Really appreciate it. And of course,
and Randy was in early once again today. He was in popping stuff so early. Gotta love Randy. He is the best.
And of course, the OG campaign on Indiegogo, you can go back at there as well. Take your pick, choose your poison, and do it now. And go check it out, guys. All right. Oh, look at that. Speaking of the season of Halloween, that cover fits perfectly. And let's see. Wait.
Oh, Randy got his. I just got
I know.
I saw somebody else pop it that they got theirs. So the core draft calendars are arriving already.
I know, in Canada. It is the season for scariness. Boo! I told Dennis no Halloween costume, but he put on the scariest thing he could. That mop on his head.
It's called hair. That's right. Andy is so jealous.
I know, but the fun thing is when you're not watching us before we go live, he does let me run my fingers through it. At least he thinks those are my fingers.
Oh, unlike what Fallon did to Donald Trump, you could, but only with permission.
I tug at it.
Yeah.
And your hair too.
It doesn't come off. Oh yeah, but the hair is soft. My wife was just talking about it, and she goes, "Wow, it is really poofing out." And this is after it got trimmed down, so it'll make it one length and stuff. So yeah, it'll be a long working process. Look at that. Glad to see you. Glad you could join us. Hopefully you're not at work and you're able to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
And listen to us.
So with the season of Halloween approaching in a week and a half, next Friday, perfect for the kiddies. They can get all sugar bombed up, stay up late, and not have to worry about getting up early on Saturday. We thought, let's talk about some horror comics or characters. Now, I will admit, growing up, you know, if you watch The Professionals, you know, Aaron and Graham loved all the monster stuff growing up. Comics, that is. I mean, they love the movies too, of course. I didn't really get into like Frankenstein and the Tomb of Dracula and even Werewolf by Night growing up. I was pretty much, if the character guest appeared in a regular title like Spider-Man, I would know about it and check it out. So like Morbius, the vampire, I dug him. I did like the Mummy, I will say. Frankenstein was cool, but that just wasn't the stuff I was really reading. Even like House of Mystery and stuff like that. I mean, did you read that stuff as a kid?
So I read the novels, you know, the classic novels, Frankenstein, Dracula, things like that. I enjoyed watching the movies. I did like some of the horror stuff, so I did pick it up. And one of the ones that's on my list was a pretty big a fan of. I got some of the titles, but there were a lot of horror titles back in the 70s and stuff. You know, back then I didn't have the funds, so X-Men dominated it. And then whatever I had extra, I would pick up some. So I did have a smattering of here and there that I read. And then as I got older and started collecting, I started going back and picking up a little more of it. You guys know I collect. Right before I came here to work on the show stuff, and we were working on the campaign, I always stop. It's New Comic Wednesday. So I stopped and, with the new books, and there are a lot of good, fun horror books that have come out over the last few years. Some of them, made it kind of big. So I am enjoying it. There is a serial killer series, which isn't really Halloween, but it's Wagner and Hilliard. They put out two of them. Plush, plastic.
Those are great.
That is great stuff that they put out. And you guys can look them up, Plush and Plastic, and there's a vinyl. And then they did some offshoots of that, but they did them as trade paperbacks afterwards. So if you didn't get the originals, you can go find them in trades. Those are great. So what defines, Halloween? It's really going to be Halloween/horror because they kind of do some overlapping.
Let's see. Prater says, I'm in a Discord server about books, and we just did a group read of the comic book Plunge by Joe Hill and Stuart Immonen. It was just okay. Man, that's like 4 or 5 years old now. Maybe just 3. I can't remember, but we actually read that too. I bought it because I like Stuart's artwork. I liked it. I thought it was better than okay. Now that's not the genre I read a lot of, so maybe that's why. But I thought it was really cool. I could easily see that as a movie, and Stuart's artwork once again just top notch as always. So yeah, I dug it. But as an adult, I've gotten into like Tower of Shadows, Creepy Magazine, Vampirella, of course. So, but we have visuals we can go through and stuff just to talk about. So this is one that's been out is this the current issue number up there?
No, I think that's number 1.
Oh, that's not number 1. That's 30 something.
I don't know. I just grabbed a random issue of
this
it.
This is like going on 4 years now, I think. I haven't read it.
So something is killing the children, or as everybody calls it, SISKTC, and that's how you're going to see it everywhere. James Tynion IV, Boom Studios puts it out. It was big. They did a lot of second prints for it. It is one that I started picking up, and I think my buddy from Gatsby Comics, shout out to Joe, I think he found some of the cool, really rare variant covers and stuff. So, I picked those up from him. But this one, something is killing the children. It's all about kids in a small town, and they start vanishing. But the adults can't see that there's creatures responsible for the missing children, except for one woman. Her name was Erica Slaughter. She knows the truth.
Slaughter, really?
Oh yeah,
right on the money there. Yeah. Last name Slaughter.
Now, was it Michael Slaughter from Slaughter, Vinnie Vincent Invasion? Good music. Sidetrack. But so we're here to talk. So that was an interesting one. I think it's still going on, or did it finish?
No,
I quit reading it, but I really was enamored when it came out. I was one of the ones that picked it up. It's a fun one. Really, Erica kind of became for a while there a new horror icon. Maybe not quite like Michael Myers. It's not going to be up there, or Freddy or Freddy Krueger.
No.
But still, yeah.
Speaking of, in the comments, somebody mentioned Swamp Thing. Loved Swamp Thing as a kid. Got the first Bernie Wrightson trade paperback. Still have that copy. I've got a digest version that's in black and white of like the first few issues that DC did back then. And then I bought the the relaunch that Tom Yates did. The art one, I can't remember who wrote it actually before Alan Moore came on, but always love Swamp Thing,
And
so
Swamp Thing is on our list, so we will be on there. As a matter of fact, chat,
let's go.
As you're going through, and I know a bunch of you are joining, I see the counter going up. If you're new, we're talking about horror movie or comic books, Halloween, things that are fun. The ones that are going to be really Halloween related, they'll be there at the towards the top. But we definitely want to talk about it. Something is Killing the Children was definitely one. Let's pull that one. Move down for a second because I'm going to go find the next one. I had to pull screenshots.
Oh boy, that's not it. There it is.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my God.
Well, how do you not have these in order?
They were in order, and I tested them, so I have to go through and do them all, man.
And this is exactly why we don't let Dennis test the nuclear stuff, because he can't get screenshots right. Imagine if it was like one of these buttons kills everyone, and he's like, well, it's got to be this one. And there it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be like Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't remember screenshots in there. Are you talking in the messages?
No, never mind. Just.
Oh boy, technical difficulties. Go back, Lilith, Infernal Conflict. Lilith, back to the abyss where she's from. This is a prequel story where, guys, you don't have to feel left out if you never read Core Draft. This is a one-off story telling the origins of Lilith and the big war she went up against the demon lord Vexarion, who is featured here on the John Malin variant cover, which you can still go get on the campaign on Indiegogo. We also, for those people paying a lot of attention, we have added, there's a total of 5 pages. The first 5 pages are up on the campaign for you to go check out to get a sense of the art. The retro edition, I believe there's still... this new Indiegogo doesn't tell you how many are left. Out of the 100, I want to say there's 9 or 10 left of the newsprint retro edition of Lilith Infernal Conflict. This, by the way, edition will not be on the Kickstarter campaign.
Yep, it's pretty much sold out already.
That's right. There you go. Spawn. I wouldn't consider Spawn horror, honestly.
The original Spawn when it launched. That's what I was going to say. Absolutely.
No. Come on, I got those issues.
Yes. A fallen soldier betrayed by his own government burn. He's resurrected literally in hell. And now he goes and stalks the alleys and rooftops caught between damnation and redemption. The book dripped with literally gothic energy. The capes flowing like shadows. Oh, it was just great. Spawn's tragedy really mirrors classic monsters like Dracula, The Crow. And in the 90s...
The Crow. That's a good one.
The Crow was another one. I almost would have put him on the list. It would be one of those favorable mentions that were on there. But literally, it felt like it dealt with hell. It was great. It was all about his torment and stuff like that.
I don't know. So I'm calling foul.
No, you don't call foul.
I can, because just because there's an aspect of hell doesn't automatically mean something's a horror.
Well,
I go to your house. I feel like it's hell. It's not horror. I just feel like I'm in hell because of all the Green Bay shit all over.
That's right. It's not hell. That's heaven. You confuse the two.
Pure
when you walk in, there's this happy glow of warmth and happiness that comes in. You consider that hell.
Guys, in the chat.
Yes,
Spawn,
exactly.
Horror, not horror. Let us know in the chat. A 1 it is, a 2 it isn't.
There's a reason why when Spawn came out, now it morphed into something completely different over time. But man, when that's why it's at the bottom of the list and not towards the top.
All right.
I definitely like Spawn, and that was great. I picked up 20.
Did I say 2 is or isn't? JP, you're crazy. You must have typed 2 by mistake. You meant 1.
No. See, JP is smart. He knows that, again, the launch of this, man, I bet you I'm one of the few guys. I love this so much. I bought more copies of Spawn #1 than I did any other book that I've ever owned to it.
Did you
Now,
put your kids through college with them?
oh, absolutely not. But it's just such a damn good book. And there's a reason why this is what I think the #2 best-selling book of all time. It'll never be worth. I'm surprised they're worth $20-30 right now at the conventions, just because there were so many printed. But I love the title that much. Whenever I came across one in the wild, I just bought it. Now I think I'm down to a few issues. I got rid of most of them. But I even kept. I don't know what I've got. I know I've got Spawn 1 through 20. I don't know if I kept 1 through 50, but I wound up getting rid of. I don't get Spawn anymore. I got rid of it. But this intro to Spawn, oh, what an absolutely Todd McFarlane nailed it. Just hit it an absolute grand slam with this book. It was so good. Couldn't get enough Spawn when it was released.
It is weird to think that he only, because it's over 300 now, and he only drew 15 issues, I believe. I think Capullo took over with 16. That's sad.
Yeah, especially as long as it is. And Spawn just raised their prices, I believe, a few months ago. For the first time, I think it was still, what, $2.99?
$2.99.
And they raised it finally to $3.99. So I will give credit there. Todd found a way to keep the cost in production down on it. So good on him. It was great. He finally had to. I understand that, but that was actually really cool.
I mean, he stuck at $1.99 for the longest. So, yeah. What is next?
Well, now that comes no. Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm younger, but he's a boomer. Oh, that was a good one.
That is a good one. There we go.
I never read that.
All right, pop it up.
All right. Hellblazer. Now, this I agree with. I saw the movie with Keanu Reeves, saw him in Legends and stuff like that on TV.
Did you like Constantine?
Yeah, I didn't mind the movie. I never read the book, though. It's just, I don't know. Wasn't my cup of tea. None of that Vertigo stuff really was.
Yeah, well, before Constantine became a household name, which he is now, and a lot of that is thanks to Keanu Reeves in his movie. And I thought the movie was fine. I liked it. I mean, Keanu just doesn't make many bad movies. He was a chain-smoking, common walking the line between heaven and hell. He just was in there. In Original Sins, Constantine battles demons, sin, and his own self-destruction. And it was all set in the grimy, cursed streets of London. This one in particular, I read Constantine. I collected the Hellblazer stuff for a while. It was like any volume. It had its peaks and valleys, and but there were certain ones like the miniseries and stuff. This one was actually, I thought, really, really, really decent. I enjoyed this one. And when I think about like Halloween and horror movies, this one definitely was up there.
See, now okay, I'll mention a book, Vertigo, same time period. I don't classify it as horror. I guess you kind of could, though. Preacher. Did you ever read Preacher?
Yeah.
I read Preacher was the only Vertigo book I read from issue 1 to 60. All 5 years. I ended up getting rid of them because I'm not the type to usually go back and reread stuff. But I did like Preacher. I thought the show was good too. But
yeah, I thought
Preacher was good.
Constantine too. I did not know that was coming out. I haven't seen a trailer. I didn't even know it was greenlit. Yeah. Is it Keanu? Is he reprising his role? I mean, we just saw Keanu as what? As a guardian angel.
That's right. Good fortune. Check the movie review on our channels now.
That's right. That's right. That was a.
But yeah, no,
decent.
Preacher was good. I liked it, and I really thought, like, I like Steve Dillon's artwork. I thought he was perfect for Preacher because he did really good subtle character acting and stuff. Now, rest in peace, Steve. When he went over to Marvel, and well, even before that, he did an issue of Gen 13, a Gen 13 annual for Wildstorm. Then they had him on like Punisher at Marvel, and then Wolverine Origins, I think. And I thought it was bad casting. His stuff didn't have the punch that I think stuff like Wolverine and Gen 13 and even the Punisher needed. So, but Preacher, I thought he was great.
I read that Vertigo is coming
I think
back.
you're right.
I heard that may be a possibility. Is that a for sure? Has it been greenlit? I would. And Joe says it is Keanu and Constantine. I'll definitely see it.
Yeah.
Definitely now. So, if it wasn't him, it might be one that makes the list. But with Keanu, it definitely is.
Definitely.
All right, guys.
Never read Sandman. Never even picked up an issue of it.
Really?
Too weird.
Yeah, it was different. Just Sandman? Yeah, nothing. Did you read any of Gaiman's stuff?
No, not really. Not that I can think of.
Well, this one was the Preludes in Nocturnes. Was actually it begins. It's a dream's escape from imprisonment, descends into the surreal. The 24-hour issue is pure nightmare fuel. A diner where reality unravels and humanity shows its darkest faith. This one was a really cool. Neil's stuff's out there, and I know he's a mixed bag. Some of you may love it, some of you may hate it, and actually I feel that way about a lot of the stuff that he does. But this one was pretty cool. It was a good mix of myth and horror. It was just cool. Why 24 hours? It still ranks as one of the most disturbing comics of all time. It's the mini series. It's probably worth picking up. There were a couple of them that like Leatherface and some of those that I took off the list. In favor of this.
Yeah, I can see that. I think this is probably more intelligent type horror type stuff. I am kind of intrigued. Now, once again, this came out. It was what, early 90s, right when Vertigo first started, late 80s, early 90s. And I was 21. I was all about just superhero stuff. And the art didn't really speak to me on this stuff. Now, because I do read different genres and such, I could see maybe getting the trade and reading it and, seeing if it grabs me.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, that's like I said, I go back. I've got some Werewolf by Night. I've got some Man-Thing, another freaking great book. Marvel, that was one I liked as a kid, was Man-Thing. So,
the biggest thing I have when you do shows like this, you're whenever you talk Swamp Thing, things like that, do you bring up Man-Thing in the same thing? That's one of the questions. Swamp Thing is definitely on the list. This is when it.
Hold on, let me read this. Leg Kick wants to know if we have listened to the books or audio books of Batman Resurrection and Revolution, sequels to Batman 89. I have not.
Nope.
I can honestly say I didn't even know about them. So I might have to look into them, though.
So since you're asking, let us know, are they worth doing it? Or are you trying to get us to watch and listen to something terrible just out of spite?
Yeah. Unlike Swamp Thing, which is not terrible, which Bernie Wrightston was freaking perfect for.
It's so good.
The episode that had like, I remember the splash page, like that werewolf, just so good. I still think his interpretation of the Swamp Thing is the best. You know, of course, there's more interpretations now, or since then, I should say. You know, you've got all the weeds and stuff on them. Bassett did that in the 80s. And I mean, it's cool and I get it, but something about Bernie's really spoke to me. So that is my preference.
So Swamp Thing versus Man Thing, which do you prefer?
Oh, Swamp Thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
the OG.
He is. That's just it. It was so good. Bernie was amazing. You know, when you think of anything in that genre, that is one that most people will pop up and probably mention, especially if they're our age. Now, this was a little before, well, our time, before we started, you know, reading comics. But I mean, it was still going when we started collecting, and it's good stuff. You know, they've done multiple different series on it. But yeah, Swamp Thing is just so good.
The first Swamp Thing annual, when the book was relaunched in the 80s, was actually, I don't know why they called it an annual instead of a Swamp Thing movie adaptation, because that's what it was. The story was the adaptation of the movie that just came out, and it was drawn by a young Mark Texeira. So there you go.
Oh, Lake Kit, he says, the audiobooks are really fun. I recommend checking them out. I haven't heard Revolution yet, as it just came out. All right, so that might be something else to add to the list.
Right, and Stippling Vaughn. I couldn't remember the name, but you're right. The Heap is the OG. You're correct. I just couldn't remember the name.
Oh,
yeah, the Heap is actually the OG. Was that DC? Was that Marvel, or was that an independent? I want to say it was independent.
I don't know. I was going to say that is one I've never read.
Now that I've said it, Stippling Vaughn needs to answer the questions. I'm sure he knows. Oh, it wasn't. I don't believe it was an ongoing or anything. I think it was just. It was just a like a short story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think it was DC
never read
or
it.
Marvel.
Was it a self-contained title, or was it like an anthology, or it was a story in a book?
I think it was an anthology. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Stippling Vaughn. Marcus is not here to tell us.
I know. Marcus must be working or driving in a lot of traffic, or
when's that stopped him? The Walking Dead. Now that, of course, started the zombie craze.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe 20 years ago. It's hard to believe there's still iterations of the Walking Dead TV show. I jumped off that train a few years ago. Once basically the main Walking Dead series wrapped, I was done. I didn't really read Walking Dead though. So when I watched the series, it was fun because I didn't know what was going to come up, you know, what to expect. I have read a few of the trade paperbacks since, and Tony Moore's art I thought was fantastic for it. Kirkman did a great job on it. So,
I mean, this is what defined Kirkman. This is why he is the superstar he is. Walking Dead, the comic was cool. I enjoyed the comic. I really love the show. I'm going to be honest. When it came out there, bummed with some of the changes that they made. I became a big Glenn fan on the show. So there's definitely a lot of differences. But man, Walking Dead, it was just so good. And even it doesn't matter that I enjoyed the TV show and I enjoyed the comic version of it. Now it's another one that I picked up the first quite a few and I enjoyed it. I didn't run through the entire series. You know, then they came out with the reprints, and then where they were putting them out every other week and stuff like that. yeah, I wasn't all about that. But it was one of the titles that it was cool. I enjoyed it, and then I think I got rid of the bulk of my Walking Dead at one point, which is a bummer because for those of you that kept and maybe I should just make a rule, maybe keep the first 10 of any series and stuff. Walking Dead #1 still goes for a pretty penny, although it has fallen far from the $10,000 that it was at one time.
So I learned of a horror movie last night on The Professionals I never knew about. Let's see if you do.
Okay.
Came out in the 70s. It was a different take on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
I believe it was called Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde, where he changed instead of into this hideous creature into a woman. Yes. Aaron showed it was either Aaron or Billy showed the movie poster, and I was like, oh my God, that was a real thing. But he was like a serial killer too, because to keep changing into a woman, he had to keep killing women to get DNA, something from them for the potion and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is kind of awesome.
I know. I almost want to see it. I think it was 1971. And by the way, The Heat was 1942 Airboy Comics.
Oh. I saw something I think he put on there that Eclipse was the last one to do it. So that is kind of interesting.
Now, yes, Hellboy, definitely big Hellboy fan when it came out. I think I was buying singles, then I had all the trades, just the Mignola drawn stuff. I didn't get into the stuff that he didn't draw. And honestly, weeding stuff out, I got rid of everything except the first 2 trade paperbacks because I'm not a big rereader. I like the way he drew Hellboy back then more than the way he does him now. So,
yeah, with Hellboy, he was so different when he came out, and I mean, Mike, another one where he just hit a home run with this. But I mean, you've got demons and Nazis and ancient gods, and there's one. We'll call him. Do we call him a hero? We can't call him a hero. Yeah, maybe he's a hero.
He's a hero. Yeah, he gets sent out to do stuff and take care of problems.
He's Hellboy. It's folklore. It's monster movie. It's pulp action, kind of all rolled into one. It's cool stuff. This story in particular, I thought was really decent. Was probably the closest thing, but Hellboy is both a savior to people and a curse. I've enjoyed most of the movies. I think the last one, I can't remember the title of it. It was not. Really,
no, we never saw the last one.
The one before that, the one where you picked the guy and ripped him apart.
Well, you're talking about the one with David Harbour, right? It's
yeah,
Hellboy.
Yeah,
right. That one definitely wasn't that good. And then there was one after that.
Yeah, you're right, and we chose not to see.
I don't think it even was in theaters long. I think it was one of those short releases in theaters just to say it was in theaters and then to DVD. So
yeah,
didn't even see it.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, good for Mike. He got paid.
Yeah, he did. It kind of lost its luster, but the first few even Hellboy movies were good. I don't pick up most of the new ones that come out. Every once in a while, if there's a mini series, it's 4 issues and it looks really cool. He's doing something really unique, and there's a whole group of us at the local comic shop, and we talk about titles and stuff. They may talk me into picking up a title, and I'll pick it up. And there's been some good ones. This one definitely was a solid one.
Yeah, I got one issue of Abe Sapien because Kevin Nolan drew it, and it was a one-off story, and it was cool. So if Mike came back to Hellboy, even though I like his earlier drawings of Hellboy more than what he does now with the really like slope, no shoulders, I'd still probably get it just because it's new Mike Hellboy stuff. So Hellboy animated movies, never saw them. I like the first Hellboy movie, yeah, with Ron Perlman. I thought,
that
cool.
was great.
Yeah.
That really was great.
Yeah. All they had to do was paint his face red and give him a bald cap. I mean, that's just Ron's mug.
It is. They didn't have to do it. They spray painted him red a little bit and
that's right.
Put some horns on him. But yeah, that's Ron.
Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ron.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I got this Batman Long Halloween. Well, this is a special, but
yeah,
there was, I thought it was
12 issues.
Yeah, I thought it was 12 issues. I either have the trade of that. No, I think I have the 12 issues still because I love Tim Sale's artwork.
We had a conversation probably last Halloween specifically about this. And I think you have the original.
Yeah, dude, issues. he was Tim's art was so unique, very Alex Toth, minimalistic. I just love his work. And I think he was just made for like Batman. So
it was very popular. They're doing reprints, the facsimile things I think on them right now.
Oh no, those aren't reprints. It's new stuff.
Oh, is it new stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been picking.
They're doing new stuff, and like a different artist is drawing each issue. I think it's done. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw it up there. I just assumed it was a fax, and I'm like, yeah. I had the original run. It was an awesome murder mystery. Again, Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Loved it. So this is a great one for Halloween. It fits in. This one was the Halloween special.
Yeah. Which I do have. But yeah, no, that is definitely. What was the other one Tim did? Long Halloween, and then Batman.
Because that was the Harvey Dent story, his origin.
Ooh, which one?
Long Halloween.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been so long. I can't remember the name of the other Batman 12-issue thing, but Dark Victory. I think it was Dark Victory. That was good too.
All right.
See, I never read this stuff. Never. Just to me. And you read it, right?
Oh my God! I owned all the different versions.
I'm going to say this.
My glow in the dark cover.
I'm going to say this, and you can tell me if you got to read them. Basically, you would say you're wrong. You have to read them. When you're taking an iconic movie like Halloween or Friday the 13th, and you're turning it into a comic, I'm sorry. The movies when I was a kid were scary. Reading a book, to me, it's just there's no way it can hold up to the movie. There's just no way. It's not going to be scary. No, I can't. Just no. Nope. Spectre, though, we'll touch on that. Spectre was awesome.
I enjoyed this one. I picked up all the different covers. Halloween for me is my OG Halloween movie. So when Chaos started putting out stuff, I started picking it up. This one they had one version of the cover that had 666 covers. This one, you can see the stuff on the left side was the glow in the dark part. I had the glow in the dark cover. Matter of fact, it used to sit on, I actually had a stand at one of my other houses in the bedroom. And I would have it on. I would turn it off, and I'd go to sleep, and you could see Mike Myers glowing in the dark. They had a bunch of them. I enjoyed it. It is for me the absolute OG in Halloween, and this was a good. Chaos Comics did a great job with this one. I think I still own at least one or two covers of this, even though when I thinned down my ranks. But yeah, I mean. Out of Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Pinhead, the Crow, any of those guys, yeah, he's my OG. I mean, that's William Shatner sitting there looking right at us right now.
I agree with everything.
And the book was good. The book was really good. Is it going to capture the screams and stuff like that? No, but it's written really well. The problem is we have seen so much with horror at our age, that there is very little that's going to go, oh wow, that's shocking. And reading it, it just doesn't hold the same shock value anymore that seeing it on TV does. So for a recreation or a story, Halloween Chaos Comics, that is my favorite out of the bunch. Is my favorite one out of any of the Halloween comics. Literally, it's in the name. Great. It's a great one. Not all the books in the series and stuff that they've done have been great, but really enjoyed this one.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Never read it, but I'll take your word for it.
Glitch. It really is odd how much Shatner and Maria look alike due to that mask. Mariah Carey. Love it. Love it.
I never read, I saw in the comment, I never read Phantom Stranger. Just never, once it's a visual thing for me, and the visuals of him, but the Spectre, I didn't read, obviously I wasn't into comics when the Fleischer Aparo stuff came out, but the reprints of it, those are great. And it was definitely more horror. I mean, the stuff he would do to people is just, crazy. I mean, he turned one dude into wood and then put him through a wood chipper or a saw or something. I mean, it was brutal stuff. That and Jim Aparo's art, to me, Jim was at the top of his game when he was drawing that stuff.
All right, somebody here.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider and Dead Man were cool. So Ghost Rider, we have like honorable mentions, like The Crow, the original series, the first series of The Crow I enjoyed. Ghost Rider absolutely would be. When Marvel came out with him, I enjoyed the original Johnny Blaze stuff. I don't enjoy a lot of the recreations that they're doing. Was
Ghost Rider
Catch and
just even the and I don't even know
Reyes
driving a Dodge Charger. I love Dodge Chargers, but he's got to be on a motorcycle, man. That's what made it so freaking cool. Just saying.
Phantom Stranger was great. I want the omnibus. See, I never got into it either. I looked at him, I even see him out in the wild at the shows and stuff, and somebody had a #1 on the thing, and I went, that it just never appealed to me. Nothing about the design. Now I've got a couple of friends; they're huge into it. They always try to get me to do it, and I'm like, it just, even if I got it, I'd really have to love the story to do it. I just haven't loved it enough to worry about it. Sorry.
I have the original Phantom Stranger run in black and white. I assume you're talking about a showcase edition when DC was doing the black and white stuff. That would be cool just because, once again, the artwork. It's something that I've got such a huge reading stack. Trying to find the time to read more stuff. Oh God.
Not only will he'll be environmentally friendly and he'll use all of his pronouns. Yeah, I don't care. There's a reason why, guys, you don't ever hear me talk about hardly anything Marvel or DC puts out right now. Every once in a while I am picking up, like Death of Silver Surfer, just because there's tie-ins and certain things that I will do. But man, when I canceled all my X titles, my X-Men stuff, I ditched all my Marvel and DC in one fell swoop. I was just tired of it. So every once in a while, I do pick up their facsimiles, like they've been doing the Fantastic Four facsimiles. I saw X-Men 140 came out today.
You bought it, didn't you?
Nope. Because there wasn't a foil version, and I will pick it up if there's a foil. If there's not a foil, there's no point. I already own near-mint copies of it, as I do on all the X-Men in that range.
Did you get the facsimile edition of the first appearance of Supergirl? That had a foil cover. It came out today.
There was none left when I got there. They were just regular copies, so no, I did not pick it up. If it was a foil cover, they will pull me in on that one, but that is about the extent of what I pick up Marvel and DC. And I do mainly independent, smaller publishers. I had a whole slew of Image last week when I went in. There's some really good titles that the creators have been putting out through Image. Boom Studios has some. IDW once in a while will put out something. Bad Idea, that Planet Death. There's a whole slew of them that they've been putting out. So I've been doing some quick flips on those. And that's interesting because some of it, like Cul-de-sac, I just put the quick flip up today. That's all newsprint, giant size newsprint edition. I'll be curious to see what they do. But Planet Death, I think, comes out next week. And that's the one I'm really looking forward to.
You might say he's jonesing for it. He wants to just right into his vein.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not really.
Not much of a cut.
He needs a haircut.
No. Got to let it grow. It's going to get curly and wavy, and shit's going to go wild here for the next several months. So just in time for the holidays.
And if it's ever at a place when he comes over before the show, don't you guys worry. I'll give him the special hair gel to put into it.
Oh, they all watch Something About Mary, so they know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have this special hair gel from Walmart I was going to give you.
Oh, okay. Walmart. Nobody
First
gets
store
their
I thought
stuff
of.
from Walmart to put in their hair.
Aldi,
Yeah.
Target,
Yeah, maybe.
the Rocks collection.
There you
Target.
go. Well, it's something Andy doesn't have to worry about no matter what show what shop he's in. He doesn't ever walk down the hair products anymore.
Yeah, I do. For this.
Turtle wax.
For this loveliness. Right there. How dare you? How dare you?
Well, guys, that's it for we'll call it the Halloween special comic book version. Those are just some of the cool picks. I know a lot of you will watch this, some of you on Rumble, some of you on YouTube later. Just put in your comments down below. Love to hear what you guys are maybe what some of your favorites that we didn't pick up would be, because there is a lot of them out there. I mean, there were a couple I really kicked around, in the indie world and stuff, but, like The Crow. Crow, a lot of people would have got because the TV show and
The Crow. I think
and
The
stuff
Crow.
like that.
Well, hell, Lady Death.
Yeah. Love Lady Death.
You could say Jim Balance Tarot.
Helena.
Helena. Exactly.
All good.
What's he saying? Turtle wax. I always thought Andy was a McGuire's guy. I'm an all natural guy. Just spit.
He doesn't. There's no shampoo, conditioner,
Nope.
soap,
anything
required. A little water, and that's it.
That's right. Let's see. I read this amazing comic about a planet of zombies.
That's cool.
Zombie planet. I don't know.
Is that the name
what
of it?
is?
Now
Zombie
I'm confused. Notice we didn't bring up anything like Marvel Zombies. When the first Marvel Zombies came out, the original one was kind of cool. The artwork was fun. It was a cool and interesting take on the stories. And then whenever they have a good idea, they just have to take it and drive it home to the point where nobody cares anymore.
Right. But it was good.
It was. The original
my God,
Marvel
dude.
Zombies was
I
great.
just started watching the Marvel Zombies animated. It's animated like What If was.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah. Oh.
Who are the first three main characters in the first episode? You ask? Well, I'll tell you. Riri, Kate Bishop, and is it Marvel Girl?
Ms. Marvel? Kamala Khan?
Kamala Khan.
Really?
Yep.
Glad you told me that, because I definitely don't have to watch it now.
I was like, you're starting the first freaking episode of Marvel Zombies, and you've got the three chicks leading the way and stuff. I'm like, oh,
the
my
three
God.
chicks nobody cares about. Put some American Chavez in it and hop around the universes. And I mean, honestly, what's the point? Marvel's. Glad you told me, because
Spoiler
I'm
alert.
checked out.
Well, I will say this. Spoiler alert. 2 out of the 3 die in the first episode.
Oh. Well, if you would have said 4, I would have been interested.
Well, I only named 3 characters.
Oh, that's right. I'm the one who threw in America Chavez.
Yeah. No, 2 out of the 3 die. And then, I don't care. Spoiler alert. They have to meet up with S.H.I.E.L.D. and what remains at this base in Ohio, whatever. I will say it's kind of neat. It's freaking the Red Guardian from the movie. So the movie version.
Yep.
With oh my God, the White Widow. So Black Widow's sister.
Yep.
And their mom.
Okay.
So I thought that was kind of fun. And Blade comes to the rescue. Wait, was it Blade? I think it was Blade. Yeah. Oh yeah, Blade came to the rescue. And besides doing what Blade can do, he was also wearing most of the Moon Knight costume.
Okay.
So Khonshu was helping Blade out and stuff.
Okay.
So I might actually keep going because they killed off 2 of the 3.
Oh, okay.
You
You let me know if it's worth watching.
Yeah.
But I just want to say Marcus is here. He must have finished driving or actually working. So nice of you to join us, Marcus.
That's right. Right when we're about to end it with the best thing ever. Lilith, Infernal Conflict, guys, if you're new to the show, new to the program, as the old people say, Dennis, Lilith, spawning from the world of Kordrath, Lilith goes back to the abyss, back to her home, where she basically checks in with the queen about the events that are happening up in the Shattered Reach, and then we get this great prequel story of Lilith and how she came to be fighting in this war against the Incubi, led by the demon lord Vexarion. So we find out more about Lilith's backstory. It's a one-shot tale. You don't need to know anything about Kordrath, but if you do and you haven't picked up Kordrath the Awakening and Kordrath the Reckoning, you can get the catch-up tier on this campaign. And guys, get them while they're still out there. The Kordrath calendar, Randy Howell got his in the mail, and he loves it. And we've mailed out a bunch of them. There's still a few left. So get your Kordrath calendar, which I have right here in my, I'll say, lead-stained hands, because I don't smoke, but I do push a pencil. Kordrath calendars in the house. You back it. It'll go out a few days after we get the notification that it was backed. So go get that. Get yourself a Lilith t-shirt. And of course, we are launching very soon, the Lilith Kickstarter campaign, which will have the exclusive Billy Tucci cover. So go sign up for that. Do you have an example of the Lilith figure? Yes, we do. Hold on. I thought I showed that before.
Yep, the prototype or sample we did get in. It didn't matter what color they printed it in. We just wanted to. The important thing is to see the detail and figure it out. We're working with some of the different printers and seeing what their quality looks like. And because, with it being based totally off Andy's artwork, we wanted it to look.
So, I mean, it's still kind of hard to see with it being the one color, but this is the 5-inch one, of course. The base will be separate. So the 5-inch Lilith figure right here. Oh, look at the booty. She's got the boot. Oh, don't look at her that way. Sickos. So there's the 5-inch Lilith figure. And then I have a white one, but the white one is very hard to see of the 2-inch figure. So the base is separate, as you can see. And then the little 2-inch Lilith right there. It's hard to see being the one color. I mean, that's but the detail's very nice on her. So yeah, so there you go.
And on the campaign, we do have a picture of it, so you can see it on there.
Yes, you can. You can see it better. So there you go, guys. Let's see. The base wasn't separate, but Andy just broke it. Yeah. No. This one was printed as one piece, but the problem is it won't fit in the clamshell, so we have to have the base separate. And
you know, it's all about the base.
About the base, no trouble. All about the base, no trouble.
Whoa, we got an X comment. Hello from X?
Well, hello there.
Wow, that's literally like our first comment about ever.
I know. That's awesome. So there you go, guys. We are going to dinner, and at dinner, we're going to decide what movie to see tomorrow night.
That's right, because we haven't even picked it yet, which is so rare.
So rare. So thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. Thank you very much, Zaid. We will be back next week. And guys, later tonight, 7 o'clock, Billy Tucci will be launching Ron, Revenge of the Warrior. So check that out. Graybeards is coming up. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 1. I voted for He-Man. So Black Phone 2 is worth seeing on the big screen. Oh, that's out? Okay, well, that could be what we see. You never know.
You know, the previews look good. We were talking about if we saw it, we were going to sit down and watch the original Black Phone. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That's right. So, until next week, guys, thank you for joining us. As always, go check out Graybeards, 7 o'clock. Ron, Revenge of the Warrior launches. And, of course, go back. Lilith, Infernal Conflict on Indiegogo and sign up for the Kickstarter. Links are in the description below. Talk to you guys later.
Live long and prosper.
Bye-bye.